Hello, it's Glamstract here. Another video, another foundation review. And today's foundation is by Tom Ford. Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation with SPF 50. This is what the bottle looks like outside of its packaging. And I have to say, it's a beautiful, very luxurious and weighty bottle. Yeah, it's really nice. The foundation shade that I've picked for myself is 4.7 Cool Beige. I have my usual skincare down with the Origins Mega Mushroom line and also prepped and primed my skin with the Vitamin Rich Face Base by Bobbi Brown. And without any other further ado, let's just skip right through to makeup application and foundation insight. The way I'm gonna apply the foundation today is actually with my fingers. Lately, I've been really enjoying applying foundations with my fingers because I'm all about the natural look. At the end, tip, if you apply with your fingers, it will look extremely natural at the very end. I'm just gonna do one pump of this foundation on the back of my hand and show you how much I can achieve by just using the one pump. And if you see me looking down here, it's because I have a mirror just right here. It does have a sort of lavender scent. It reminds me of the Skin Longwear Weightless foundation by Bobbi Brown. It has that scent in it, definitely like lavender. And I'm just going to start by, with clean fingers, apply it from the center of my face. It's too much on my skin. This foundation is really, it feels really creamy on the skin. It's so pleasant. Like literally every time I apply, I always feel like I'm putting some sort of balm on. It just has that nice texture, even though it seems pretty liquidy on the back of your hand. But once you apply it on top of your skin, it just transforms into a sort of skincare balm, which is really beautiful. It has a very nice light to medium coverage. As you can see, it did a great job covering my dark circle already without me applying concealer. The finish of this foundation is definitely luminous. For you all out there that don't like a very luminous effect, I'm not sure if you're going to enjoy this foundation unless you can use like a nice mattifying powder over the top at the very end. Then you can achieve a less luminous effect. But the whole purpose of this foundation, I think, is to really hydrate the skin, and it's gorgeous. Yes, it is pricey, but personally, I think this is totally money worth. It is so good. And the SPF in it, oh my god, SPF 50. Like, this is a proper summertime foundation. So if you like one of those people that like really skips SPF during, like, you know, everyday use, and you use this foundation, at least, you know, it's pretty good because you have some SPF in it already. But I always suggest you use some sort of SPF in it in your skincare routine, because it's really important, especially for like avoiding sunspots or like sign of premature aging on the skin. Look at that. I still haven't done my forehead, but look how smooth and beautiful this foundation look. It's just like, it's like filter. And of course, I don't use any filter on my YouTube videos. I literally, this is my skin. I did a great job covering any sort of like minus redness that I had all over my face. And it's just beautiful. It's not sitting into my fine lines, but of course throughout the day, when the foundation sinks in a little better, then it might sit a little bit more into the fine lines. But so far, is doing amazing. And of course, I've used this foundation many times before, so I can already tell you that this foundation lasts all day long. It's not gonna come off your skin at some point. Yes, of course, if you are more on the combination side like me, you're gonna have a little bit of an oily problem throughout the day, but with a clean tissue, pat it away and you're fine. Your foundation will look just as fresh as just applied, you know? I wouldn't call this a full coverage, but I feel like if you keep applying, you can probably achieve a full coverage with this foundation. The only thing I have to say about this foundation is that, but this is totally personal. Like, I'm not a huge fan of lavender scents. So the lavender scent it's not lingering around, but while you apply it, especially when you apply closer to your nose, of course you're gonna smell it. But like it goes in like few seconds and it's gone. But yeah, it's just like the first application you can actually smell that lavender scent, which is not my favorite, but it goes away, so that's fine. That's not really a negative at all. How smooth and filtered my skin look. It doesn't emphasize pores. I'm just looking at myself in the magnified mirror. It just, my pores just like look normal. It's just beautiful. You can see the luminosity of this foundation, which is gorgeous as well. So now you're going to see me do a very quick application of like some contour cream stick and some powder, and then I'll show you also another Tom Ford product that I've been loving very much lately. Tom Ford Soleil Glow Bronzer. It's beautiful, and the shade I got for myself is the one in 02 Terra. 02? Yeah, 02 Terra. The bronzer I'm going to use is the Fenty Beauty stick in shade Truffle. Because so now powder and contour sticks applied, as you've been able to see in that quick shot, and I can go ahead and apply this bronzer. As you've seen, I have not applied any concealer, to be honest, because I just feel like this foundation really did a good job already to cancel out minimally that discoloration. I know you can still probably pick through a little bit of that gray zone, but I'm not too bothered really. Sometimes I like to see that because it feels like it's more natural basically, but I like that it toned down, of course, the harsh, you know, gray color underneath my eyes. With a bronzer brush, I'm gonna pick up the Soleil by Tom Ford. This is, as I said, the shade 02 Terra. It's a beautiful neutral shade, because I feel like the other one, I believe it's called Golden Light, something like that. I cannot remember. I'll write down here the name of the other ones if you're more interested into the one. The other shade has more like yellow golden undertone, proper bronzer, while this one, the Terra, is more like a very neutral sort of bronzer. So it doesn't have yellow, it doesn't have pink, it's just like, it almost feels like a contour shade, but it's more like a bronzer. And it has like it says it's luminous, but I really don't see any luminosity in this bronzer, like not even in the pan, like literally I don't see it, but I'm totally fine with it because I don't know how I feel about luminous bronzers. It's nice for some people, but for me, I prefer more mattifying bronzers. I'm just get rid of the excess. And the nice thing about this bronzer is that it's so seamless. Literally, you cannot tell where it starts, you cannot tell where it ends. It just melts in into the skin, and it does a great job in warming up your basically complexion. And it's so natural. If you're a bronze goddess or god and you want a little bit more of a bronze effect, I would say just apply a little bit more, because this does have pigment. But it's nice that you can control that pigmentation. See, extremely natural. You almost cannot see it because I went really light with it, but it's just barely there and I'm loving it. Oh my god, it's so good. I'm so happy I purchased this because this is so good. And of course the packaging. Hey, Tom Ford, so good. And shall we say how handsome is Tom Ford? No matter his age, he's so handsome. Tom Ford, hey. To go like a very natural, you know me, I'm all about natural. I'll literally take a little bit of bronzer with my finger and literally apply on top of my eyelids for a no eyeshadow moment. Literally, I feel like this is the best makeup ever to me personally. Literally matching your eyeshadow to your bronzer. It's the best. It just makes you look so perfect. Here, look at that. So let me go very quickly off camera and do a little bit of blush, highlighter, brows, and I'll be back very shortly. And I'm back, face complete. This is the final look. Very light blush and very light highlighter. In fact, let me tell you what I've used. For blush, I've used one of my favorite blush palette from DEWY. This is the Rose Cut Gems. And for highlighter, I've used the Fenty Beauty, I believe is Fire Crystal. And for my eyebrows, I've used my usual Fenty Beauty Brow MVP in shade Black Brown. And this is it. Let me know in the comment down below if you've used either this foundation or this bronzer. I feel like they are awesome. I mean, Tom Ford, you can go wrong. I feel like Tom Ford, Chanel, Dior, just those sort of brands that, yes, are more on the pricey side, but you really pay for the quality as well. They're really good quality, they really work. Of course, just bear in mind that some foundations works for some skin types, some other works for different skin types, so don't expect for every foundation to work for your skin. Of course, you need to do a little bit of research before purchasing your foundation, because if you're extra oily, I don't know if this foundation, for example, is gonna work for you. If you're dry, then it's gonna be perfect because it's like very hydrating, and same goes with any other foundation you really want to purchase. So do your research, watch YouTube videos, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, but also if you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs up as well, because why not? Let's spread the love. And while you're here on YouTube, why don't you subscribe to my YouTube page and also follow me on my Instagram. You can find me there at Glamstract as well. I'm not going to be sharing videos as often as I used to because from the 12th of April we start working again, so I'm a little bit busier this time around. So I'll be sharing video as much as possible, but not as often as I used to over the lockdown here in the UK. But thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.